Warp Pipe Wednesday.
Welcome back to Warp Pipe Wednesday. I'm Russ Lyman.
I am NES Addict.
All right, let's hear it, Jay. Obviously, you were going to talk about Blink-182, right?
I mean, come on. They dropped 2 new songs today.
I didn't hear those. I did get a little text because I'm signed up for their whatever, like, promotion
So one
stuff.
of them is called Cut Me Off, and one of them is called See You. And I like See You better than Cut Me Off. They're both good. But here's the thing. Why didn't they just put it on the album? So I get this text today, and it's like, hey, we have 2 new songs. Here's a 10% off code. Go download them, and it's like $4.99. I'm like, what the heck, dude? Like, you guys are draining all of my funds. They dropped a concert announcement at the beginning of the week.
Right, yeah.
So I just spent yesterday $250 for a single floor seat. Whoa, 250. What the heck are you doing, Jay? You're going. So I just bought a ticket to sit completely alone because I'm like, I don't want to spend $500 and then be like, hey, I got somebody else a ticket. And people were like, I'm not spending $250 to sit with you. Who cares? I'll go sit.
Well, it's even more because you said you had gotten floor seats. Jay messaged me, said he got the tickets, and then we were comparing, and my floor seats I think were $450. I did not purchase those. I just, where Blink is playing in my town, that's what it costs. So I'm trying to talk to my friend. The seats are like lawn seats, I think, are $100, and then $70. Then the first ones in with seats are like 100 to like 120. So I told my wife, like, you'll come with me. That's fine. Like, I'm just trying to get Bill and his wife on board so we can get seats together. So I messaged him because it's pre-order right now, but Friday they go live. So I'm like, they're going to sell out quick, and then I got to spend either more money or sit in the lawn.
And that's why I did pre-sale, because I'm like, so my wife and I went and saw them last July. Great show. Haley is like, I'm good. I had my fill. I could not see him for 30 more years and I'd be fine. Me, on the other hand, super fan. Me and my buddy Zach are texting back and forth in this big group chat that we call Blink Wank Chat, because we're all a bunch of wankers over Blink-182. And so we're just like trying to figure it out. But like, we just kind of had to go on our own because like, I have this buddy named Ryan, this buddy named Don, this buddy named Matt, this other guy named Sean. We're all in this group chat. And I'm like, as much as I want all of us to sit together, I can't spend over $1,000 to ensure we all get seats side by side. So me and Zach just decided we'll buy our own. We'll see what happens. And if the other guys want theirs, they'll do the same. And nobody else bought theirs. So, I
thought you said, though, you were getting like pit seats. So it's just standing room, right?
No. So mine actually has a seat number.
Oh, okay.
Even though it is a floor seat, it still has a seat number. So it's not like general admission.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Where it's like,
well, maybe I was confused then, because they do have a small pit area, which is just standing room. And then they have seats, I guess, on the floor technically after that, right?
Yes. And so I don't have the standing room. Let me try to pull this picture up real quick for those of you watching on YouTube. I will try to show you the venue if I can. And it's looking like I didn't download it. Give me 1 second. I'll go to this text and I'll find it in 2 seconds. But basically, like Russ is saying, there is a section called the pit, which, I'm sure people will be moshing, and it's like, that's like butted up right next to the stage. And it's actually from Zach. And then just behind that, there's like a different section. So I'll show you where I will be compared to where they are. So if you're looking at this picture, you can see the stage, and then there's the pit, and then 1 and 2, I'm guessing, are like VIP sections.
Okay.
And then I will be in section 3.
Okay. So off to the side.
So yeah, and I always choose the left side because that's Tom's side. And I'm a little bit of a Tom fan. So, but I'm mostly excited to hear new stuff, because this last tour was like all the hits.
Well, it's because that was their coming back tour, right? So it's like,
correct. Yeah, it's their coming back tour. And I think, I can't remember the name of this new tour. It's like Hard at Work or something like that.
Okay.
Or I can't remember what it's called. But so I really enjoyed shows in the past where they were touring an album, like, especially I remember specifically the Take Off Your Pants and Jacket album. They
Okay.
so many songs off that album when they did that tour, and they mix in other stuff too. But
Right.
the last 2 or 3 times I've seen him, it's just been, like, all the hits. Well, I guess the California album, they played a lot of stuff off California, but
Okay.
California and 9, those are, like, outside of the Blink lore, in my opinion, because they had Matt Skiba. Love Matt Skiba, but he's not Blink-182.
Let's say side note, Alkaline Trio did drop a new track.
Yeah, and I heard it, and I just thought it was meh.
Eh.
And same for the Green Day song, meh. Well, here's the other thing too. Here's my problem with Green Day. Okay, I get it. They're punk rock, whatever. They don't like America. They write this song and they call it "The American Dream is Killing Me." Absolutely not. The American dream is why you have millions of dollars and why you can play these shows. Bitch about what got you pop. Like, I don't know. I just find it super hypocritical and pandering to write a song. Like, it's so stupid, like, if you're complaining about how you made millions of dollars, basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, makes
You
sense.
are the American dream, Green Day, so if it's killing you and you don't like it, then move to another country, like, but don't complain about it because that's how you anyway,
Back to Blink 182.
I am sorry. Yeah, Blink-182 is rad, can't wait to see them, can't wait to hear them play their new songs, and I know on the European tour after the singles dropped, they've been playing more of the singles as they drop, so that's kinda rad.
Right.
Yeah,
Now we all want to know, how was washing your laundry and listening to Blink 182 on
that's so
Friday?
funny. I actually listened to that podcast today, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even end up washing my laundry." I don't remember what I did exactly, but I think I'm listening to most of it in my car.
Right.
I actually broke down, and I listened to it at midnight when they dropped it, but I still got to hear all the songs back to back to back, even though there
Right.
was commercials
And
and
I
stuff.
did see you did pick up the physical CD.
Yeah, I went and bought it that morning at 9:30.
Nice.
Um
Yeah, I'll still have to get a copy of that.
I had to get my hair cut that morning at 10, and when I got there, they were like, "The lady who, puts out the CDs isn't here yet," and I'm like, "Well, I'm here, like, can somebody else not open this box that I see clearly sitting on the counter that probably has it and, like, sell it to me?" So, finally, somebody came back there and opened the box up and handed me the CD and sold it to me, and I was like, "Thank you," like, I did not wanna have to come back a second time to Barnes& and Noble just to buy this. I will say one thing that I was disappointed in is the CD comes in one of those, like, paperback books, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like the old school clamshell,
So it's like you
pearl
it's like
shell.
it slides in, it's like a sleeve, that
Well, I mean,
style?
it folds,
Okay.
but it's like
Paper
it's
or
paper. It
cardboard or
doesn't have,
whatever.
like, the hard plastic
Yes.
shell that you
Okay.
normally get on a CD. I thought that was kinda lame.
Like blast. Yeah, save money somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, and then the day they dropped those 2 songs, and I think I already mentioned this, but, like, they're gonna make you pay another $4.99 for 2 more songs? Like,
Right, right. So that all could only mean down the road there'll be a definitive, like another one with all the
maybe.
tracks on it,
I
possibly.
mean, the other thing too is I'm like, I just spent $250 on a ticket. Like, couldn't you have like said, "Hey, buy a ticket and get the next 2 free songs," used it as like an incentive?
Right.
I don't know. I guess they needed that 250 plus all the $5 they made off all these songs. Luckily, I have a buddy named Zach, and he sent me the MP3 for both. So screw you, Blink 182. I got them for free.
Well, you gotta send them to me.
Oh, I'll do it right now, Russ.
Nice. Yeah, I've been going back and forth between listening to the Blink 182 album, and of course MXPX, like my favorite band. So I've been listening to theirs, and I was excited because on YouTube someone did upload a the show MXPX played, called Furnace Fest. They got to headline it, so they showed the set there. The quality of the audio wasn't fantastic, wasn't the greatest, but still I got to see them play, and I did end up getting a T-shirt. So that show they headlined Furnace Fest with Hatebreed, hardcore band Hatebreed, and they actually did a collaboration shirt. I don't have the shirt on me, but I have a picture of the shirt, and it has the MXPX
That's
guy
sick.
riding a skateboard that
The
says
Hatebreed
Hatebreed.
shirt. That's awesome,
Yeah.
actually.
So they did sell out at the show, but Hatebreed had these on their website, so I grabbed it and I was like, sick.
Hey, Russ, I just noticed something.
Okay.
Somehow, I swear to you, for those of you watching on YouTube, me and Russ do not call each other and plan this, but we always have, like, the opposite clothes on. I just noticed he has a green shirt and a red hat. I have a red shirt. We do not plan this, I swear to you. Do we, Russ?
Nope, that's
This is
good.
weird.
I thought the green would be too much. I got my green couch too, so I'm blending in.
I mean, mine's more of like an army, but it's still hilarious.
There we go. We're all set for Christmas coming up.
That's right. Yeah, forget Halloween, we're moving on. Skipping
Um,
Thanksgiving, straight to Christmas.
but yeah, I said I've been going back and forth listening to both those albums there. What did you think of? Okay, and I immediately thought of you when you mentioned this last podcast. What
Okay.
is it? Track 4 is the Boxcar Racer song on Blink.
So it's like a ripoff of 3 other Boxcar Racer songs. So it's got kinda like the "I Feel So" intro, the anyway, and then it has like, the verses of this song called "Watch the World," and then the chorus is like one of their old songs was called Tiny Voices. It's like,
Yes, yeah,
tiny voices make things harder. Well, the new song is called Terrified, and it says, Welcome, Terrified. And it sounds just like Tiny Voices. So it's like he took 3 of his old songs. It's like, I'll take this part, and this part. I'll mash them all together and
right.
we'll call it a new song.
That's it.
Did you hear that though? It sounds just like Watch the World.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely stood out, and I knew it was Boxcar Racer themed, even with like it
The
drops
break.
out, and there's like a little distortion on the guitar that's like, "Grr, grr, grr, grr." And then
Yep.
even when he's doing the verse, there's like that bending of the notes that was very distinct on that Boxcar Racer album, like,
Yeah.
winner, 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 winner.
Right.
I was like, okay,
Yeah, it's like super boxcar. But, I mean, I like the song. Is it I don't my buddy Zach, like, went nuts over it, but, I mean, like, I'm a huge boxcar fan. I got the tattoo on my back, and I'm happy it's there, but I don't think it was, like, so mind-blowing. It really just sounded like 3 of their other songs
well,
Frankenstein together.
hence why it probably didn't make the album of Boxcar Racer. It was just these extra songs, and he's like, "Well, it sounded cool. That's why I let it go to waste and throw it on this album."
I don't think that song was written in 2001, 2002 like the others. I think it was written in the last 5 years.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. I think maybe him and Travis had talked about doing more, and then he wrote that, and then it just kinda set on a hard drive.
yeah.
But I can't believe no one said, "Dude, this sounds just like Tiny Voices and Watch the World had a
Oh,
baby."
maybe someone did.
Maybe.
And then I did know that it stood out. What's the last track? Childhood.
Childhood was dope, I like that.
It was kind of interesting towards the end of the track. It's almost, I
Like the
would say,
Postal Service,
well, I was
8
gonna
bit.
say the 8-bit, like video games, and I was like, is that what they're going for? We're like, hey, back, in the nostalgia, like playing video games, childhood, my
Yeah.
childhood. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
The only complaint I had about that song, and this I was explaining this to my friend Ryan yesterday, and it's not really a complaint because it doesn't really bother me, but I could see how some people would say it's an issue, maybe. But like, uh, I know when I talk to people who make YouTube content, they say, "Look, make evergreen content. Don't really date it." Well, in the song, he's like 2000. He says 2023, so it kind of like almost puts like a stamp on when it was, which I guess is not a problem. But
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of other songs that have dates in them,
and
right?
that's what Ryan said too. He's like, "Yeah, this song said it's all good." So, but
I
I thought for me,
hmm,
Turpentine is the standout track.
I'm not sure if I know that one. I know some of them by title, but
Well,
yeah,
he says turpentine and turpentine in the song. Wash
fair
yourself for turpentine. Anyway, sorry, I digress. I
yeah,
swear,
so it's good stuff.
yeah, you would think I'd drink a Red Bull tonight, but I'm just high on life right
J-
now.
Jay's pumped. He's ready to go. Um, I did watch a little bit of the interview that was on YouTube. It's like an hour and
It's
some
about an hour
change.
and 20. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't finish it, but it was kind of interesting to see that for sure. So if you guys haven't watched that, if you're into Blink, that's on there. They're talking to Mark, Tom, and Travis. I like how it opens up and they're like playing ping pong.
Yeah, yeah. I guess like trying to break the ice. I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird, but
Travis was like, "Yeah, I like the game. I like
and
ping
Mark's
pong."
like, I don't like it. I feel a lot of anxiety right now. It's just ping pong, bro. Chill.
That's it. Chill out. Other than that, other than Blink 182 stuff going on, I'm trying to think what else is happening.
So go ahead.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say I did since last podcast, I went to Two Roads for their um short horror film contest.
Oh yeah. How did that turn out?
So there was a lot of great films for sure. So it was supposed to rain that weekend. So they ended up hosting it inside. It's called Site 2, where they do some of the brewing for the beer. So there's almost they have all the like I don't know what the heck you would call them, not beer
Like
kegs or
distilleries?
distilleries, right? And then there's like an open area, so they put an inflatable um screen. I do have a picture. My wife grabbed a picture
Sweet.
that you can see. And when we walked in, they were showing my film.
Oh, sick.
So
Oh,
there's
that's hilarious. Look at that thing.
so
That's
it's
your
pretty big.
film?
Yeah, so that's my friend Mike wearing a pumpkin mask. It's Sam from Trick or Treat, and then it has a Captain N jacket that my friend made.
That's funny.
So that's the main character or whatever. But there were two showings because they could only fit so many people in the seating area. So
Okay.
they're like, all right, it's a an hour, I think, of all the films. So you could come in if you can't fit, then hang out in our tap room, and then we're gonna do an intermission and then show it again. Well, we ended up being too late to get seats, so we ended up there's a like walkway above it, so we just watched it from there. But it kind of made the sound
Kind
terrible
of
because the speakers are below us.
right. Okay.
But we watched all the films. They were gonna release them on their YouTube channel as well, and there was like awesome ones. Some of them you can tell like they probably started filming these like 8 months ago or whatever, and then just when they got announced, oh, you need to have this line, this prop, blah blah blah, and there they just like inserted that scene, like
Oh,
filmed it.
wow.
Um, but yeah, a lot of them were scary. I did not place, unfortunately.
That's all
Y
right.
I think there was 10 films, so they did the top 3, and then the top 3 get played the following night. But people were clapping, so they enjoyed the film. They liked it. I went for more of a comedy aspect on it, and it will be on my Halloween special. So if you
Cool.
guys are listening to this Wednesday, the Halloween special should be out, so you should be able to check it on my YouTube channel. Maybe I'll release it also as a standalone. I've done that in the past, so you can just check out just the short if you want to.
Russ, have you dropped the video where you were in that tournament yet?
No, no, the Blockbuster tournament?
Yeah.
No, I still gotta edit that one, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I wanna see how that turns out.
Yeah, that one, it's like so much editing stuff. I so the past few days I've been trying to Final Cut is like running slow on the computer, and when I did my last pickup video, it took me like 3 to 4 hours to edit it because I like move something and then it like pinwheel, and then
I
I
hate
move
that.
something and it's pinwheel, and I'm literally wasting minutes just sitting here waiting for it to stop pinwheeling. So I watched a few videos on how people organize their footage. So they make libraries the way I thought it was like do your library and then you have all your events in there, right? And then when I finish a project, I'll delete the event. But the way they do it is they make their library their event. So they'll have a library for Blockbuster Video Challenge, a library for Halloween Special, and then you only open the said library that you're working on. So Final Cut's not having all these libraries open. If that makes any sense if you know about editing.
Well, it's funny, I should know about editing because I use Final Cut Pro and I have used it for years. And I always made like an event, a project, and a library. I always made all 3.
Okay.
So I don't know. I probably did it wrong. I'm an idiot. So
But so I've been trying to move the footage over within Final Cut, and it's just been taking ridiculous amounts of hours. Like my computer's been on the past 2 days just moving footage. Like I'd move one event to the new place, and it would take like 8 hours to move. And I'm like, why is it taking this long?
you know, you would think for as much money as you spend on an Apple computer, they could give you a bit more memory to like boost up this thing.
Right. And that's what I had my friend take my computer to like there was a I had some virus or something in it, so he cleaned it out. But he was excuse me, he was like the way the Mac's set up now, you can't even expand whatever because it's like soldered to the circuit board or whatever. So I was thinking about maybe getting a new computer because they have the new 5 chips in the new one, so it may run faster. And then we're like, should I get a desktop because that's better for editing? But my thing is always like, well, I like the laptop because I could edit in here or go in the living room if I have to
Yeah.
edit or take it with me
I mean, Russ,
there.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen you at Southeast Game Exchange in my living room editing something, you know? So he's like, Russ needs that laptop for the on the go edits.
But I guess I could still use the laptop if I'm just doing like one project, but then have the main computer be like the main editing base. So I don't know. I'm on the fence and what I'm gonna do, but hopefully I can get this. I still have to edit the Halloween video currently while we're filming this. Hopefully I have 2 days to edit, put it together, and have it out by Monday. I anticipate.
There you go.
We'll see.
The
So
problems
much
of
to do.
YouTube.
I
It's
know it.
just that's why I just stopped doing it.
So then
Just
I'll
quit,
have
Russ.
to quit. I have so many videos planned I still have to do. Yeah, I'm gonna do that blockbuster video. Then I'm gonna also do a game hunting video revolving around the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I have a few more DIYs. I bought one of the Wiimotes. That's the Mario one.
Nice.
So I'm gonna make that my shifter. So I'm gonna do that video. I have this Bioshock figure that I bought that I'm gonna put in a cool glass case and kind of make a little display. So I want to do that video. It's just again time and all that. And then now Gwen is like just about walking. She's like, she can crawl around and then put her little hands and like pick herself up and she's looking around. So she's becoming way more active. So that gives me less time. I can't just like put her in the playpen and
Right.
then like edit because she's like, I want to move, I want to go. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so then I have to wait till she takes a nap and then I only have an hour or whatever to get something done. So it's definitely challenging to keep up with everything. But
Yeah. I've actually thought about some of this old footage I took in like maybe 2019, 20, I don't know. Whenever Toys R Us went out, I took both my kids to Toys R Us because I knew they were closing and I wanted to film in there. So I just like took a lot of time and I filmed everything. I think I even bought both my kids like one toy each just to have like a memory, you know. So I thought about editing that because I don't know how much Toys R Us footage, I know there's like some old 80s and 90s footage out there, but I thought it might be kind of cool for people to see some Toys R Us footage just because we don't have them anymore here in America. I think they have them in Canada.
right, right.
I think they have like a Toys R Us section in Macy's.
Yes, I've been to that one in New York City,
So
and
it's
it's a former shell of what it used to be.
exactly, yeah, yep. So, but so I thought about trying to find that footage. Um, I really need to make that video on that blue game
Game
gear
Gear,
that
yeah,
the Yosley Brown sent me. Um, I swear I filmed it. I'm so lazy.
or
Russ is
forgetful.
still asking me for pictures he's like, all right, Friday, you got time? I'm like, I should, and then I don't. And same for Megadan 29. He's like, hey, you gonna send me that Famicom disk system? I'll do it this week. And that was like 4 weeks ago. Sorry, Dan, love you. I'll send it to you soon. Probably when I take Russ's pictures. So we'll see
Got a
it
full.
Friday. Maybe I can get it done Friday. I don't know.
We'll see. They'll send you a text reminder.
And it's not that I don't forget. It's not that I forget. I just stay busy, man. I don't know.
Right. No, it's definitely like, yeah, stuff comes up, and then it's like, okay, like even today, I was like bouncing around. I had to run to the store to pick up a few things. I had to get Gwen. And I was like, all right, we're just going to Walmart. And then I was like, well, then I got to swing by mom's because I got to pick up. I was streaming Luigi's Mansion on GameCube, so I had to pick up that. And then I was like, okay, oh, but then I got to go to Joanne's Fabric to pick up food dye because I need it for something else. So now I'm out for an hour and a half, and Gwen's getting cranky because I didn't bring the baby bag because I was like, I'll be right back.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And I was
Yep.
like, please hang on. I'm like, we're almost home. We'll get you a bottle.
That's it, dude.
So now I'm trying to, think ahead. Like they called me in for work tomorrow. I'm just doing 5 hours quickly to come in 6 to 11. Then I got to go pick up Gwen. And now I have to go bring my car to my buddy Tony to check it out because I went over to David's dad's house. Shout out to Jim. Um, we installed some hoses and a new alternator in the car, and
Nice.
it was running good. I got home, and then I went to check it today, and the engine was like shaking, and it seemed like there was a hose loose, and I'm like, something must have just got jostled. So I called my buddy Tony. He's like, swing by. I'm sure it's like a 10-minute fix. I just have to make it to him and then fix it. So we'll see. Because
Sweet.
I'm bringing the car to David's house on Halloween to display it like on his front yard with like the underglow, the lights, the music. So when the trick or treaters come, they'll see the Mario Kart car.
Nice.
Yeah. So we got all that. And I still have to put together my Halloween costume.
I'm just gonna walk around in my regular clothes like I always do.
Regular clothes. Regular Jay.
I'm gonna go as Jay.
Yeah, we have a Halloween party Saturday. Our friends are coming over Sunday, and then Tuesday's Halloween. So Gwen's going as a ladybug, and then
Nice.
Steph ordered some butterfly wings, and then I'm gonna go as a like bug catcher. So I'm gonna get like a safari hat, a vest, a net, and I got a jar with some lights I'm gonna put in that look like fireflies. Or something.
Fireflies.
Yeah, so I thought that'd be fun.
Are you gonna walk around with a jam box that plays Owl City?
I guess I could.
One last thing. This is just something that randomly happened. I got a text on my Instagram because that's the only people who contact me apparently. Which is not even a it's not even a video game related Instagram. Anyway, so this was like a month ago and I just now saw it. But he was contacting me about that Nintendo Power holder right there. And he has one and he said mine and he's seen one other in Nintendo age like 4 years ago or something. So he's only known 3 in existence ever.
Damn.
Yeah, and he said he paid $650 for his. I paid $250 for mine. But
Good
he said
lord.
he said I could put it on the kiosk collection Facebook page and put it up for $1,000 and he said people go nuts for it.
Wow. With
And
throwing a few Nintendo powers on it.
yeah, but I had no clue.
What
I don't know. I thought it was rad, so I got it. And I didn't want Retro Rick to get it. Sorry, Rick.
Ooh.
Snatched it out under you. You have it. You don't have it. I do. Sorry. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. That somebody messaged me about it because I didn't know. I don't know how rare or not rare they are. I don't know anything about them. I just have one.
Right. Yeah, I've never seen one before either at like conventions or online. So
And I don't remember seeing it as a kid. Just kind of a neat little Nintendo oddity.
right. It obviously was something that they put on close to the register to
Mm-hmm.
maybe be like if you're buying video games and you're like, oh, did you get an issue of Nintendo Power?
Yeah.
I guess, but then I'm trying to think like, was it Nintendo Power subscription only?
That's a
Or
great
maybe
question.
so I'm like, why would it be at the store?
Well, I mean, think about like AP Magazine. Like they can send it to you in the mail, or you can go to like a music store and see it on the rack. So maybe it was like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Who knows? Can't remember. Memory's foggy.
That's right. Only
Sweet.
a Nintendo employee could tell us.
That's it. Well, hey, it's someone calling the show. We haven't had a caller in a while. We have a phone number. It's 949-682-9277. It's listed anywhere. It's listed on our website. You check that out, weeklywarpipe.com. Leave us a voicemail. Tell us how we're doing. Give us topic suggestions. Let us know how your Halloween was. I don't know. Some movies you watched.
Tell us to stop talking about Blink 182 every dang weekend.
Pretty much. And we want to give a quick shout out to Patreon supporters: Dan and Nicole's Treasures Untold, Joe Sheevy, Trace Livingood, Samantha Chang, Rodney Torres, and Retroholic 16 being top tier Patreon supporters. Absolutely. I think that's about wraps it up for us for the Warp Pipe Wednesday and what's going on with their lives. Hopefully you guys tune in Saturday for the weekly Warp Pipe and every week to hang out with me and Jay.
Give us a 5-star review. We're freaking rad.
That's it. Dig it. All right, guys. As always, I'm Russ Lyman. Keep your world fun, bit by bit. See you later.